Archangel Michael speaks directly to your heart in this pivotal moment. Your destiny cannot wait any longer. There's only one single day remaining before the grand shift truly begins to unfold in ways you can scarcely imagine. My cherished child, my most beloved one, you must understand that your presence here right now is no accident, no mere coincidence born of chance or fleeting curiosity. This profound message was gently whispered into the very core of your soul long before your fingers ever touched the screen or your eyes scanned these words. It was divinely orchestrated, a sacred pull from the realms beyond, guiding you inexorably to this exact point in time and space. And if you find yourself absorbing these words, if they resonate even faintly within you, it is a clear and unmistakable sign that the sands of time are slipping away swiftly, and the luxury of endless tomorrows is no longer yours to claim. There exists a sacred window of opportunity, a luminous portal crafted by the hands of the divine, and it is inexorably closing with each passing breath you take. The transformative moment that your entire life, every trial, every quiet victory, every unspoken prayer, has been meticulously preparing you for is poised to arrive on October 7th, 2025. This is not some distant event to be penciled into a vague calendar entry for next week or tucked away into the hazy realm of someday. No, my dear one, it is happening now, in the immediate pulse of the present. Your whole reality, the very fabric of the world you have known, is on the precipice of being utterly rewritten, reshaped into something radiant and unrecognizable in its beauty. But I must issue this solemn warning to you, my child, with a weight of eternal truth behind it. Every precious second that slips by while you hesitate or delay in embracing this message is, without your knowing, propelling your long-awaited miracle ever further into the shadows of uncertainty. And remember, the heavens above, in all their boundless mercy and power, cannot step in to intervene or manifest on your behalf unless you open your heart and utter a resounding yes to the call. So, I implore you, set aside everything else that clamors for your attention, the distractions of the day, the worries that weigh heavy on your mind, the endless scroll of the ordinary. Pause, breathe deeply, and listen not just with your ears, but with the profound depths of your soul. What is about to be unveiled to you carries within it the immense power to shatter the relentless cycles of lack that have drained your spirit, the profound losses that have left scars on your heart, the aching loneliness that has echoed in your quietest hours, and the suffocating limitations that have held you captive for far longer than any soul should endure. And yes, this is indeed that one singular message, the hidden gem of guidance that you were never meant to stumble upon until this precise juncture in your journey. It was veiled in mystery, guarded by divine timing, until the stars aligned just so for you. Before we venture deeper into the heart of this revelation, I must share something that sparkles with the light of pure truth. If, even now, you feel a subtle stirring awakening within the chambers of your being, a gentle warmth spreading through your chest like the first rays of dawn, a delicate flutter in your spirit like the wings of 1,000 unseen butterflies, or an undeniable sense of a loving presence enveloping you, that is none other than me, Archangel Michael, extending my vast, protective wings around your fragile yet resilient energy field. I am here, shielding you, fortifying you, infusing you with the courage of the celestial hosts. Hold fast to this connection. Remain with me until the very last word fades into silence. And if your inner knowing tugs at you, if your soul whispers that this is your path, then subscribe to this sacred channel without a moment's delay. Do it now, so that you may never again miss the tender whispers heaven is continually breathing into the world for those who are ready to hear. For your destiny, my beloved, is not one that will linger indefinitely in patience. It demands your attention, and it will not wait forever. Now, draw closer and listen with the utmost attentiveness, for on October 7th, 2025, the mighty winds of divine justice shall begin to stir and shift in profound, irreversible ways. What has long been concealed in the shadows of misunderstanding and secrecy will at last be brought into the brilliant light of revelation. What has remained stubbornly stuck, mired in stagnation and frustration, will suddenly begin to flow and move with the grace of a river breaking free from ice. And those formidable gates, massive, unyielding barriers that have stood closed against you, blocking the paths to abundance, clarity, and joy, will swing open wide, inviting you into realms of possibility you once deemed unattainable. Yet, this grand opening comes with a vital condition. It will only manifest fully if you stand in perfect alignment with the divine will, your spirit attuned like a finely tuned instrument to the symphony of heaven. This is far more than a May date etched on a calendar. It is an appointed, sovereign moment in the eternal tapestry of creation. It is the divine clock, ticking silently in the unseen dimensions, marking the precise hour when your name, your unique, irreplaceable essence, will be called forth in the grand halls of the Spirit. And my child, in this cosmic roll call, your name echoes next, resonant and ready. I know, with a depth of compassion that spans eternities, the burdens you have carried through seasons no one else could fully comprehend or witness. The pain that forced you into silence, wrapping your words in layers of guarded restraint. The betrayals that pierced like arrows, teaching you caution where once trust flowed freely. The dreams that swelled within you, vast and luminous, only to be shoved aside by the harsh, unyielding grip of so-called reality, leaving you to wonder if they were ever truly yours to claim. But heaven, in its omniscient gaze, has beheld every single fragment of your story, the tears shed in the dead of night, the hopes deferred that made your heart ache with a quiet ferocity. Heaven has observed it all, catalogued every wound, every whisper of resilience. And heaven, in infinite wisdom, has patiently awaited this exact, ordained moment to return it all to you. Not in meager portions, but multiplied exponentially, wrapped in the miracle of divine generosity, drawn to you magnetically as if by an unbreakable law of the universe. Yet, even as this promise gleams on the horizon, there is a solemn warning I must deliver. There exist spiritual forces, shadowy and insistent, that harbor no desire for you to receive this life-altering message. They have employed every tactic at their disposal to divert your focus. Subtle distractions that multiply like weeds, exhaustion that seeps into your bones like a fog, doubts that coil around your thoughts like serpents. They have murmured seductive lies of maybe later, not quite yet, lulling you into complacency. But deep in their unseen realm, they tremble with the knowledge that if you declare your yes today, if you anchor yourself in this truth right here and now, their tenuous hold on your radiant future will shatter irreparably, like glass under the hammer of divine decree. So I pose this question to you now, with the tenderness of a father and the authority of a guardian. Will you persist in reading these words? Will you hold your heart wide open, vulnerable yet brave? Will you permit this message to penetrate the deepest, most sacred recesses of your soul, where the eternal flame of your true self flickers undimmed? For the miracle you seek is not languishing in the vague mists of someday. It is meticulously scheduled, etched in the stars for your awakening on October 7th, 2025. And should you choose to turn away at this juncture, to let distraction pull you back into the ordinary, you risk forfeiting the very purpose your soul ventured into this earthly realm to fulfill. This encounter transcends the boundaries of a simple message. It is a divine intervention, a celestial hand extended across the veil to draw you nearer. You have wept in the solitude of your private sorrows, pouring out pleas to the heavens for just a single sign, a glimmer of hope amid the storm. You have gazed upon the lives of others, their apparent ease, their seeming triumphs, and pondered in the quiet chambers of your mind, when will the wheel turn for me? When will my season of blooming arrive? I am here, in this sacred space, to declare with unwavering certainty, it is your turn now, my beloved child. The cosmic scales have tipped in your favor, but to step fully into this inheritance, you have precisely one day remaining to spiritually prepare your vessel, to align every fiber of your being with the incoming tide of grace. One day to open yourself wide to receive the overflowing bounty that awaits. One day to embrace and accept the luminous inheritance of light that has been yours since the dawn of creation, woven into the threads of your destiny. The unvarnished truth is this: nothing in the universe can truly block this divine outpouring unless you, in a moment of faltering resolve, choose to erect berries within yourself. Not the schemes of the adversary, not the ghosts of your shadowed past, not the litany of mistakes that whisper accusations in your ear, not even the relentless march of time itself. No, the true adversaries in this hour are doubt that clouds your vision, delay that steals your momentum, and disbelief that hardens your heart. These are the subtle thieves that must be evicted from your spirit. And yet, even amid these battles, I behold your soul radiating like an unquenchable fire, smoldering beneath veils of fear and the fog of forgetfulness that time has imposed. But I also perceive, with crystalline clarity, the crown of glory awaiting the moment it can be lovingly placed upon your brow, a symbol of your sovereignty, your unassailable worth. A promise, ancient and unbreakable, poised on the edge of fulfillment. All of it, every shimmering facet, commences its unfolding on October 7th, 2025. But to secure your place at this threshold, you must claim it proactively, with bold intention, before that majestic gate creaks open. You must voice your affirmative yes before the sacred scrolls of destiny are eternally sealed, their contents locked away from those who hesitate. What scrolls do I speak of? Ah, they are the grand, ethereal volumes of destiny itself, the illuminated parchments that bear your name in letters of living flame, inscribed with the bespoke blessings tailored to your journey, the legacy of impact you were born to leave upon the world. Heaven has already penned your opening chapters with meticulous care, every word a testament to the divine blueprint. Yet, only you hold the sacred power to turn the page, to author the narrative that follows. You were not summoned to this earth for a diminished existence, scraping by in the margins of mediocrity. You were not fashioned merely to survive the tempests of life, enduring with gritted teeth. No, my child, you are divinely selected, anointed to thrive in exuberant fullness, to flourish like a tree planted by rivers of living water, its branches heavy with the fruit of purpose. Yet, woven into this tapestry of triumph is an element of profound urgency, a clarion call that demands immediate attention before the dawn of the seventh. There lingers something, or perhaps someone, in the periphery of your world that has, with insidious subtlety, delayed your long-anticipated breakthrough, holding it just beyond your grasp like a mirage in the desert. As you journey to the conclusion of these words, you will begin to perceive them with startling clarity, for the veil that once obscured your spiritual sight is lifting, layer by layer, revealing truths that may initially shock the foundations of your understanding. Your destiny was never truly postponed or derailed. It was merely concealed, tucked away in the divine vaults until the hour of readiness arrived. And that hour is upon us. Do not, I beseech you, underestimate the gravity of this calling. This is no ordinary spiritual missive, passed along like idle conversation. This is a divine announcement, reverberating like thunder from the exalted courts of heaven, proclaiming with majestic authority, "It is time. The hour has come for you to step forward." You will soon sense the subtle harbingers of this shift manifesting in your daily existence. Perhaps your dreams will intensify, becoming vivid tapestries of symbolism and foresight, replaying in your waking hours with insistent clarity. Or you may experience sudden surges of inexplicable energy coursing through your veins, invigorating you with a vitality that defies explanation. Tears may well up unbidden, not from sorrow but from the overwhelming release of long pent-up emotions, a cathartic washing away of the old. All of these are sacred signs, gentle confirmations that the Holy Spirit is tilling the soil of your heart, preparing the fertile ground for the seeds of destiny to take root and flourish. But you must respond in kind, acting not from the flesh but from the depths of the Spirit. Receive this proclamation as the sacred prophecy it truly is, for you, my child, are unequivocally next in line. You are the chosen vessel, the one marked for this elevation, and there remains only one solitary day before the door to your higher calling swings open, never to close in quite the same impenetrable way again. And if your soul remains tethered to these words, if you have journeyed this far without retreat, then you have already made a choice that eludes the grasp of so many. You have elected to remain vigilant and awake while the masses around you drift back into the slumber of complacency, their spirits lulled by the monotony of the everyday. You have chosen to cling to belief, a fierce and unyielding faith, even as the clamor of the world urged you to lower your sights, to settle for scraps when banquets were your birthright. You have chosen to press onward in your reading, undeterred by the inner chorus of fears that shrieked, "Nothing ever changes. Why should this be different?" Yet, beneath the din, something profound within you, a quiet, knowing voice, affirms with certainty, this time, it truly is different. This time, a holy breath, warm and alive with the essence of the divine, is exhaling through the pixels of your screen, infusing every syllable with otherworldly power. Because it is so, heaven draws nearer to you in this instant than it has in years, perhaps lifetimes. Its presence is tangible as a lover's touch. Can you feel it? That subtle shift in the atmosphere surrounding you, like the hush before a summer storm, charged with electric promise? That is no trick of the imagination, no fleeting fancy of a weary mind. That is the divine realm itself, stepping across the threshold of the invisible, bridging the gap between earth and eternity to stand shoulder to shoulder with you. For the decision you are forging in this very moment, whether to lean in or pull away, ripples outward like stones cast into a still pond, echoing through dimensions unseen, altering trajectories in realms you cannot yet fathom. Your soul, ancient and wise, has lingered through countless lifetimes, yearning for this precise return to wholeness. This profound remembering, this convergence where all the fragmented timelines of your existence collapse into a singular, harmonious now, and that now is unfolding before you, petal by petal. But permit me to illuminate something of utmost urgency, a revelation that demands your full attention. There exists a persistent pattern etched into the contours of your life, one that masquerades in varied guises on the surface yet reveals itself, upon spiritual scrutiny, as the same insidious trap, baited and reset time and again. It manifests subtly, deceptively, every occasion when you begin to rise, gathering momentum toward the heights you were born to scale. Every instance when you prepare to unfurl your wings and soar into the vast skies of purpose, something, or regrettably someone, in your immediate orbit becomes inexplicably triggered by the brilliance of your emerging light. A shadow falls, unbidden and unwelcome. Their discomfort, born of their own unresolved shadows, lashes out, and in response, you find yourself dimming your own radiance once more, pulling back, shrinking into safety, delaying the inevitable launch. You question again, doubt creeps in like morning mist, and the cycle renews its grip, holding you earthbound when flight was your inheritance. That vicious cycle, my child, must be decisively broken here and now with the sword of truth I place in your hand. For what awaits you on the horizon of October 7th, 2025, can only fully materialize if you refuse to shrink any longer, if you stand tall in the unapologetic fullness of your being. Your soul was not forged in the fleeting sparks of ordinary fire, but carved from the blazing infernos of divine authority itself, tempered in the crucibles of heaven's forge. You bear an assignment of such magnitude that it brooks no compromise, no half measures or timid retreats. And heaven, in its relentless pursuit of your highest good, will no longer tolerate the charade of pretense. No more concealing your innate gifts beneath bushels of fey. No more turning a deaf ear to the persistent nudges of your intuition, those holy promptings disguised as whims. No more lingering at tables laden with toxicity, where your spirit is siphoned away drop by drop, leaving you parched and weary. You were not crafted to beg for scraps from life's banquet. You were born to command the feast, to call forth abundance with the authority of one who knows their lineage. This is the justice that meticulously restores what was ruthlessly stolen from you. Opportunities pilfered, joys snatched away, peace eroded by circumstance. It unveils what was maliciously hidden, truth buried under layers of deception, potential stifled by naysayers. It compels the world to bear witness to your elevation, evoking awestruck whispers of only God could orchestrate such a turnaround. And my child, this symphony of divine reckoning is meticulously scheduled to commence its overture in the symphony of your life on October 7th, 2025. But heed my words with care, for miracles are not passive spectators awaiting your idle gaze. You do not summon them by inertia or inaction. You prepare the grand stage for their arrival by relining your spirit, by pivoting your inner world toward the light, and that pivotal shift ignites right here, right now, in the fertile soil of your willingness. As the gate approaches, 3 resplendent doors stand poised to swing open before you, each a portal to a facet of your wholeness. The first door heralds wealth, not merely the fleeting shimmer of material gain, but a profound abundance that flows from aligned purpose, sustaining you in every dimension of existence. The second unfurls truth, stripping away the illusions that have clouded your vision, revealing the unadorned authenticity of your path and the hearts around you. The third beckons with love, deep, restorative connections that mirror the divine affection poured upon you, healing the fractures of isolation. Yet, before you may cross these thresholds with confidence, you must navigate one final, crucible-like test, the test of identity, that sacred forge where self-perception is refined. Who will you affirm yourself to be when the tempests of opposition rage and the world, in its short-sighted clamor, declares you lesser? Will you lend ear to the venomous whispers of the adversary, sown in your moments of deepest vulnerability, echoes of "you are unworthy, unseen, unfit"? Or will you anchor in the immutable truth God proclaimed over your soul in the secret sanctuary of eternity? You are chosen, cherished, crowned. For your forthcoming breakthrough will not be wrested through frantic striving or exhaustive toil. It will cascade upon you through the effortless grace of alignment. When you cease the futile battle against your authentic essence, when you surrender the war within and embrace the royal blood coursing through your veins, everything your heart has yearned for will pursue you with relentless fervor. Your latent gifts will surge forth like springs in the desert, unbidden and unstoppable. Your intuition, that inner compass, will hone to laser precision, guiding you through fogs others cannot pierce. Your voice, once tentative, will thunder with authority, parting crowds and shifting atmospheres. And those who once regarded you with skepticism or scorn will stand in reverent silence, bearing witness to the inexorable rise of the one they underestimated. But to unlock this cascade, you must first release the tattered labels that have clung like barnacles, the remnants of old wounds, societal scripts, self-imposed verdicts. You are not irreparably broken. You are in the masterful hands of the divine architect, being meticulously rebuilt into a structure of unparalleled strength and beauty. You are not tardy to your own party, arriving fashionably late. You have been sovereignly preserved, held in divine timing like a fine wine maturing in the cellar. You are not cursed with misfortune's touch. You are being exquisitely prepared, every delay a chisel stroke sculpting your readiness. Heaven has never, for a single heartbeat, forgotten you. Not in your wanderings, not in your self-doubt, not in the nights you felt utterly alone. Even as you momentarily forgot the grandeur of your origin, the divine memory held you close. And now, that same divine presence knocks in you, not with the clamor of thunder or the chill of dread, but with the soft, insistent whisper of invitation. Come higher, my child. Ascend the stairs I have laid for you. It is time. So, rise, my beloved. Rise with deliberate grace from the grief you never merited, that heavy shroud woven from losses not of your making. Rise from the oppressive silence that threatened to devour your voice, reducing your songs to murmurs. Rise from the cycles of repetition that masqueraded as fate, chains disguised as comfort. Rise from the insidious lies others projected onto you, words like insufficient, unworthy, ordinary. Rise from the entrenched belief that you fall short of the measure, for you are not merely enough. You are an overflowing reservoir of divine potential, brimming with treasures yet to be unveiled. You are indelibly marked, stamped with the seal of light that banishes darkness, anointed with favor that opens every door, inscribed in the annals of prophecy as the one who shifts eras.